access for all, every child being able to access the whole curriculum and nobody missing out, so facilities being the best for everyone.
So what's the reality in the classroom?
In my classroom I've got 15 computers and normally a class of about 20, so there's always some that are missing out or having to wait to be able to get in and design their work and work on the CAD systems. And sometimes the system's not being able to run the new CAD that's coming out, which makes it a bit of a problem. It's keeping up to date with the new technologies.
And how does that affect the kids?
It can be a bit demoralising if they've had to wait around all lesson and then the end of the lesson appears and they haven't had a chance to get to where they want to, and they sometimes feel that they've got to give their own time up to make sure that they keep up with everybody else, and it shouldn't be like that. They should be able to all work to the same pace, really.
What do you think would make a big difference to teachers in terms of, whether it's in terms of CPD, whether it's in terms of time in the classroom? What would you most like? What would make a difference to your ability to teach?
More opportunity to keep up with new technologies. The difficulty of getting out of the classroom, it can be a problem, and being able to go and find out about the new technologies because of the limitations on being able to be out from teaching for those days, even though those days are what are going to enable you to improve what's happening in the classroom, because of the costs implications to the school.
So just talk us through what can happen, like when you get offered the opportunity to go somewhere, what's the reality of what happens?
Certainly in our school, the first thing we do is we have to go and ask the bursar if we have the availability, no one else going out on that day, because we're only allowed a certain number of staff out of the building. Then we have to go and find out if we've got enough money to allow us to go on it, and if the money's a problem, it stops there. If it's not, then we're allowed to take it that bit further and find out. Depends on how many lessons we need covering. If there's a whole day need covering, then they say no. So it's all limited to money and time out of the classroom. Of what I'm doing is self-taught through finding out about the new technologies and getting people in. I've got a guy in the village that used to work for Shell, who's an electronics hobbyist, who comes into work with my electronics students. And using his knowledge is what's progressing mine at the moment, because I can't get out and find out about the new, and also the money to buy in the materials to then deliver that curriculum is also a problem. We're quite fortunate on that respect that we spend on a carousel, so they all get some textiles, they all get some food, technology, they all get electronics, as well as product design based areas, and also some CAD/CAM facilities, so that every child in the school in years 7, 8 and 9 gets that experience, as well as a STEM club that we run after school. So we do offer all of that, but again, you've only got about 12 weeks with each class before they move on to the next area. So although they're covering loads of different stuff, and it's all project based, design and make it challenges, the time you've got with them can limit the development of those skills, and it's only if they opt for it at GCSE that we're then able to take those skills further and have more time with them. I'm always really honest with them, so if I don't know, I tell them that. There's no point in trying to pull the wool over their eyes. They're far too clever for that now. So if I don't know, I promise them we'll either find out together, or I'll find out, or set them the challenge of finding out and teaching me. Sometimes there are some areas that I really have to go and ask other people, but fortunately there are enough people around that we can ask those questions to. But again, it's having the time to go away and find the answers out that's the problem. I don't know, more money would be good to enable us to offer a wider range of skill-based subjects, and also the opportunity for maybe industry to come into schools and show more of what's out there and open up the eyes of the youngsters and let them be able to see what is out there that we can't deliver on an everyday basis in school. More enthused, really keen, want to get in there. The fact that they have to wait till year 11 for work experience, by that time it's too late, they've taken their options and you've missed some of the opportunities of enthusing the young people. So to bring somebody in year 8 or year 9 and get them enthused then, and hopefully go home and talk to their parents about it, because I know a lot of young people have said this year that they've been told by their parents that they need to do a language and a humanity because of the EBAC, and we've lost out numbers in our option groups because they can't take it. They've all said, if I had another option, this is what I wanted to take, and it's meaning that they're missing out on so much.